It's me, Mario! Okay, I'm not going to do the entire video in that voice, but welcome to Awesome Video Game Memories, where we talk about awesome memories about video games. I'm Ryan, and the game we're going to talk about today is Super Mario Brothers! Alright, so what kid from the 80s who had a Nintendo did not play this game? Yeah, for most people that bought the game from a store, I mean, the game came with the system, so it was kind of impossible to not play it. I mean, Mario is one of Nintendo's, one of gaming's most popular gaming icons ever. He's as recognizable as Mickey Mouse. Yeah, I mean, have you ever met a gamer that hasn't really played a Mario game? Yeah, so I remember getting this game in the Christmas of 1988. I was in the 2nd grade at the time, and a couple of months before, I went to my cousin's house and played his Nintendo, and I was like telling my parents, okay, Mom, Dad, I want a Nintendo for Christmas. And like they were like, well son, you have to have good grades before you can get a Nintendo. Because we heard that people who have Nintendos, their kids tend to get bad grades. So of course my parents gave in to my demands and bought me a Nintendo. And after that my grades went down. And that's why I was a C student most of my life. But moving on. So for all the awesome memories I have about this game growing up, I mean, there's one thing that really stood out for me about this game, and it was that this game was really freaking hard. Yeah, I know what you're saying, no, the original Super Mario Brothers is really easy. No, I personally believe it was probably the hardest of the 3 Mario games on the system. I mean, all 3 of the Mario games are challenging, but if I had to rate the most challenging of the Mario games, it would have to be Super Mario 1. Because there's just one thing that I would have to say that is the most challenging part about it. World 8. World 8! I mean, how could any kid, like, really get past this on the first try? I mean, look at all this. I mean, you have, the first part of World 8 with that giant pit, like, you had no idea how to run over it. And then part 2 with, with all the bullet bills and all the crazy stuff going on. And then the third part where it's filled with Hammer Brothers, like, in every part. And then, the last castle where you have to go in, like, a sequence to beat it. And then you still, like, there's no way, like, you could have guessed it on the first try. I mean, that stuff was pretty hard as a kid. Alright, so I kind of have to confess, I did not really legitimately beat this game until it came out on Animal Crossing for the GameCube. I mean, I was only able to beat the game with a Game Genie and emulators, but I never really beat it legitimately on the actual system. I mean, I don't know if you can really count the GameCube version of it on Animal Crossing as legit, but it's legit enough to me. Yeah, I mean, I also remember back in 2003, like Nintendo was taking forever to release the codes, to play the NES games, like Punch-Out and Super Mario Brothers. So I just bought one of those, like Game Shark type things for 10 bucks that unlocks everything. So I unlocked everything, and that's how I was able to get Punch-Out and Mario Brothers, on the GameCube version of Animal Crossing. Yeah, and I also remember there were like a lot of tricks I just could not get to work in this game. Like, I was never able to do the Minus World trick. I was never able to do that trick where you hop on the Koopa Shell in World 3 to get all those lives. Yeah, so like, how did I finally beat this game after all these years? I mean, I first got the game in Christmas of 1988, and I finally beat it legitimately on Animal Crossing on the GameCube in the fall of 2003. I mean, I was just able to beat this game by just being cautious. Like, I would just traverse through World 8 really, really slow, so I wouldn't, like, bump into a Hammer Brother the first time around, or, like, fall into one of the giant pits, and then I was just really careful. I mean, hopefully I didn't come off being really harsh on this game. I mean, I really enjoyed it. I mean, the game was a lot of fun. I mean, it was my first Nintendo game. It was probably a lot of people's first Nintendo game. I mean, the very first exposure to the Mario series. Yeah, and I'm really glad it evolved as time went on. I mean, we got really awesome games out of it, like Super Mario World, Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, Super Mario Galaxy. Yeah, so if you're interested in this game, you can buy it on the virtual consoles on the Wii U and the 3DS. So there you have it, Super Mario Bros., one of the most beloved and classic video games of all time. Despite the difficulty of it, I totally recommend picking it up because it's a true classic. Alright, so I hope you liked that video, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any memories of this game, make sure to post them in the comments below. And if there's a game you'd like for us to talk about on Awesome Video Game Memories, make sure to leave those in the comments below as well. And make sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Google+. So hope you enjoyed that video, and see you next time.